Hello, my YouTube friends. Thanks for joining in tonight. Oh man, I appreciate each and every one of you to the show, the Audio Master Show tonight. We have so many great things going on, man. And one is we're gonna talk about synthesizers, man. We're gonna I get so pumped up. I forget what I'm gonna talk about, man. But tonight's show is gonna be about what is the best synthesizer in 2021, man. There's just so many so many different synths out there. It's like, which one do you pick from? What do you choose? I actually purchased one and have gotten one on the way. But before I get into actually which one I actually purchased, I was thumbing through a magazine that came out, I want to say 2020, and I was looking at all the different scents and whatnot. So if you're just dabbling into this, like myself, it's like, what the heck? Where do I go? Which direction do I go? If you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to type it in, man, because I got a feeling this is going to be something that I am going to be tied up in for a while, just simply because my next project is going to be derived and built around synthesizers and whatnot. And I'll tell you what, man, it's just a really, really cool thing. If you've never, it's one thing to play the piano, but it's another thing when you start getting into synths and things like that, and modulation and all these cool things that you can do with synthesizers these days, that actually makes it sound like you could be in a movie theater or a soundtrack. There's so much you can do with this to produce some great, cool music, man. Uh, Everything from dance to just you name it, man. You can do it on a synthesizer. It's just so really cool. I wanted to say this because of the fact that there's so many different synths out there, and in these days they pretty much got all of them sounding really, really good. It's just a matter of which direction you want to go, and then how you want to get there and to and from, and it's all these different ways you can go and achieve the sounds that you're actually looking to achieve. But I want to say I got to looking at this magazine right here, man, and it's just insane, all the cool keyboards out these days, man. And it's like, which direction I go? I mean, you've got, okay, so to start off, we have Yamaha. We've got Yamaha series. Um, I mean, there's the Mod X series you have. You can get in there around 1899. You got oh man, it's just the MX88. So you've got all these different synths here. I'm just looking at one page and looking at actually 5 different keyboards and synthesizers right here on this one page. It's insane. Um, so anyway, I know Yamaha makes some great stuff. I have a Yamaha 88 key keyboard piano over here, and it really, really does sound good. It's got some great settings on it. Especially the piano sounds are just fabulous. I really like this Yamaha piece over here. And here's the thing about Yamaha: everything Yamaha makes that I've ever had, if it says Yamaha on it, I've had nothing but great luck with Yamaha stuff. So anyway, so the question arises and resonates with me, and has been resonating with me all day long after the fact I ordered this synthesizer. It's like, I got online and I was like, I've been doing a little research. I've been hearing other people talk about this synth that I just ordered. But it's because of the analog sounds and everything. But here's the thing: I got a feeling, like I said, I got a feeling I'm gonna actually get something different and then sync it up. But you've got Yamaha series stuff. You got all their cool stuff. You've got the Korg stuff. Okay, you've got the Minilogue Korg. You've got the Korg MS-20 Mini. You've got the Deep Mind series. It's just all these different keyboards right here. The Prologue series, and that one will get you in at $14.99. So you've got Korg makes some great stuff. I love the way Korg sounds. They've been out a while as well, and Korg just really makes some great sounding stuff, man. You have the Chrome series by Korg. You have the Cross series by Korg. So it's like, oh man, which way do I go? Which way do I go? What am I trying to do here? And what sounds do I really want to achieve is The size of the keys, is that going to play a factor? Are they weighted keys? Is that going to play a factor? Um, everything plays a factor as far as, how much. And I do know this, you pay for what you get. I mean, a lot of times. So a lot of times we have to really dig deep in our pockets to get some really cool stuff, right? But then sometimes we can run across some cool stuff that doesn't cost that much. So we'll just have to see, man. So Roland makes some great stuff. So far we covered a little bit of Yamaha, a little bit of Korg, and now we're getting into the Roland, the Juno. I've been hearing a lot of things about the Roland Juno. I mean, what do you guys think about the Roland Juno? Is that something that you've actually played around with before? I don't know, man. Then you have the JDXA by Roland. That'll get you in at $17.99. Here's the thing, man. You've got so many choices to choose from whenever you start getting into electronic music or sound or movie production stuff. And it's like, oh man, which way do I go? Which way do I go? So I know Moog has been out a long, long time. In fact, the guy that actually played for Emerson, Lake and Palmer, that dude was a genius, and he actually started playing on all these old Moog synthesizers, man. And it seems like I watched a video of him playing years ago, and he's got all these different patch bays and everything that he's plugging into and making all these killer freaking sounds. And this was back in the 60s, man. So he's been out a long, long time, and he's still producing some stuff. But if you go back and listen to some of that old Emerson, Lake and Palmer music, go back and listen to it, man. It's insane. But Roland, so we have the FA series. Then let's see what else they've got here. So Roland makes some great stuff too. It's like, okay, which direction am I going? I know Roland's been out a while. Here is a Moog One. Check this out, y'all. If I can get it up in the picture. Look at this. This is such a nice looking unit right here, isn't it, man? The Moog series, man. They've been out for so long, And but anyway, that's just one of them that they have out. We Are All One Moog Polyphonic Analog Synthesizer. So here's another one. Oh, this is the same one. It's just showing a different picture. But Moog has been out a while, man. So, I'm going back to the question, what is the best synthesizer for 2021? I want to ask you guys that question because of the fact that if you know or you play synthesizers and you've been playing for a long time, please comment on the channel as to what you like to use. Here's some other Moog pieces right here. There's some other Moog synthesizers. And look at all of them you got to choose from. I mean, come on, man. It's like if you're just getting into this, unless you actually know someone who plays on these things, it's like it's mind-blowing and mind-boggling at the same time as to what, where you want to start. But they have this Minimoog Model D. Check this bad boy out. Look how little it is. I'm gonna show you a picture, and then it's like $3,400. It's $3,500 without tax. Check it out, man. See it right there, the Mini. Look at that bad little boy, man. Oh my gosh, what the heck, man? Where do you start? Where do you turn? So you've got all the Moog stuff. Now, if Emerson, Lake and Palm, if Emerson plays on that daggum thing, it's got to sound good, man. Sequential. So you have the Sequential Prophet X, the Prophet, all this Dave Smith stuff here. Check it out, man. Prophet 6, Pro 2. I mean, so I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this keyboard here. Maybe you guys have heard of that keyboard. I've never heard of that keyboard. But like I said, there's so many different ones to choose from. Which ones do you choose, right? You got the Novations out. Now, I've heard of Novation. I just don't know, if I've actually heard anything on the radio. I mean, actually on a record from Novation. Perhaps I have. I don't know. but it doesn't sound like it's been a synthesizer that's been out, in the 60s or anything like that. It must be a relatively new keyboard. But I know Korg has been out forever, Yamaha has been out forever, and Moog has been out forever. Now you have these Uno synths, which is kind of cool. Let's see what else they've got here. The NORAD. It seems like I read an article on NORAD stuff. That seems to be a fairly new gig too, right there, man. That one down there that's red, the NORAD. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what you guys think about all this new technology and what's actually the best synthesizer. Look at this one. Discover the power and the flexibility of the Eurorack. Okay, so this looks like something that I would have seen Emerson himself with all these different patch bay cords plugging into. Now his was like, keep in mind, his was like a wall of this stuff. So he was actually taking all these, TRS cables and actually just plugging them in all these different little outlets like this right here. Check it out. But it was like a big wall, man. Look at that. That's insane, right? I mean, where do you start? Do you just start patching things in and creating all these sounds and whatnot, I guess you do. It says, build the synthesizer of your dreams, one piece at a time with this amazing modular platform. So I'm assuming that's how you piece all these different synthesizers together with all these different LFOs and all these different, effects and whatever. And you can patch all these different things in just like a patch bay or whatever to create all these different sounds. Kind of a really, really neat thing, right? It really is it's like a whole different world in the recording world. One guy can get in there and be like the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain. He can do it all with all the stuff. Now Roland's been out a while. So they've got the Roland V Combo VR series out. It's like, I know Roland makes some bad to the bone stuff, right? There's the NORAD down there. That's an organ. And then you have the Hammond. So the Hammond AB-3 was extensively used in the 60s and still out today on a lot of blues music and things like that. You ask who's using what, they're going to tell you, I used a Hammond AB-3 on that album, or I used a Hammond AB-3. Oh, yeah, we were using a Hammond AB-3 just because of the way it sounds on rock albums and whatever. So here you have a SKX series. And I'm just dying. I don't know, man. So many different daggum choices to choose from in which direction to go, right? So I know Roland makes some bad to the bone stuff. Okay, they've got the XK5. Seems like I read a little article on that. I know I read an article on that NORAD piece. Here's all the NORAD stuff, guys. So tell me what you think about this, man. Have you heard anything about the NORAD stuff? I don't know, man, because there's just so many different synthesizers to choose from. It'd be interesting to find out exactly what you guys are using in the studio. So we're back to Korg again. Okay, so Korg, I know Korg, and then Casio. A friend of mine was over, and he was telling me, man, one of those old Casio boards. I went into the music shop and I played on an old Casio board, and it was just the keys felt beautifully weighted and everything. And he is a virtuoso. I mean, he's a pianist at heart, but he was classically trained on a piano. And so the keys and the feel of everything is real important to him, right? So, but he was telling me, he says, yeah, man, I went in there and I played on this cheaper version, Casio, and it was just amazing. The sounds and everything just felt great about this keyboard. So I don't know which one he was talking about. It may be this one here for $9.99. I'm not sure, but there's so many different ones by Korg, man. Look at this, y'all. I mean, Korg and Casio, so many different keyboards and synths to choose from. It's insane. And then you have the Oh, wow. But yeah, so we're back to Yamaha again. I'm assuming these are more your piano type, you know, piano style keyboards, so to speak, more so than synthesizers. Yeah, keyboard arrangers. So you got keyboard arrangers and whatnot. But then you have all these external drum machines and whatever that you can actually patch in real time that your synthesizer sync up to, which is very, very interesting. The centerpiece of your studio. Check this out, y'all. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. All these external devices, LFOs and I don't know, other digital effects, whatever that you can actually sync up to your MIDI controller. I'm assuming this is what this is right here. It's a MIDI controller. Check this out. So you see how it's got that MIDI controller right there, and actually he can actually activate any of those that he wishes to activate, and actually get into the parameters of those boxes too, man. So what is the best? The question really is, you guys, what is the best? And then you have ALESIS and M Audio. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, guys. Come on, y'all help me out, man, as to what you think in 2021 the best synthesizer is. Now we're talking about synthesizers tonight. We're not really talking about keyboards or anything like that. So if you guys have any ideas on what you're using and what you like to use, see, you have a Kai. So you have all these different drum modulars that actually can be synced up with your synth. And so it just goes on and on and on, man. All this stuff, right? All this really, really cool stuff. So anyway, if you guys have any inclination on what you think is the best synthesizer in 2021, please let me know, man. Just because there's so many. I ended up getting the Korg Minilogue XD. I want to say it's the XD. It's the newer version one, and that set me back a little over $600. So it's kind of an entry level. But man, I was checking out all the sounds and whatnot that has those analog sounds in it and everything, and it just seems to be a really, really cool piece to actually add to my recording studio here. So I'm excited to actually get that up and going. I am going to be doing an unboxing on that. It should be in the mail today, and so when it arrives, I'm going to be doing the unboxing on that Korg piece. It's going to be great to actually do my next album around this piece. But I will need to sync it up with some type of whether I do it in the computer and sync it up to my PreSonus drums, or whether I do it in real time with my synthesizer itself. I don't know just yet. I just want to see my options here, and I want to be able to have options as to going back and forth. And who knows, I may go back and forth between some external drum machine and sync it up, and also using my PreSonus, what they have to offer in there, my Studio One. So it's going to be interesting when I get the piece, but I am going to do an unboxing on that, and that's going to be really cool. And you guys are going to be able to check it out. I'm actually going to set it right here. So I built me a little table today so I can work around this way on the back of my computer. I can also work in front of me and set my synthesizer up right here. So I'm actually going to be starting the show out. I thought this would be really cool to start the show out, the Audio Master show, with some cool little licks or whatever on the synthesizer, just to do something in real time. That way you can actually see it in action, see it working. And I don't know. And then we'll go from there, man. Right. So I'm just excited to get it in. And if you guys let me know what kind of keyboards and synths you guys are using on your projects, because I'd really like to know, man. Just because it just keeps getting funner and funner and funner and funner, man. And the more stuff you add to your arsenal, the funner it is to get in your studio and start playing around. Because here's what happens, man. You start getting new toys and they inspire you to write new tunes, man. And so there's nothing going to be funner for me to write some new tunes that's going to be oriented around a synthesizer and take me back to those days in the 80s, man, or those early days of electronic music and stuff like that, right? It's gonna be so fun. I can't wait, man. But let me know what you guys are using in your studio, man. It's gonna be so fun to actually connect with you guys and let you know what I'm doing and whatnot. But I did want to say thank you guys for joining in tonight, man. I love it, man. We got so much going on here at the Audio Master Show. And we got our t-shirts are out. It just freaking rock to the core, man. Tri-blend, super, super stretchy, super comfortable, man. Got the blue stars and the red Audio Master. Got the blue stars on the sleeve to tie into the front. Gotta have them stars, man, because you guys are the stars, man. You keep it real and you keep the show rocking and going, man. And without you guys, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I just wanted to show you this baby right here. If you're interested in one, I've got 20 left. Subscribe to the channel and let me know you're a real YouTuber. And all you have to do is start conversing with me in the chat room here. And I'll send you one of these babies out if you're in the United States. If you live in Canada or somewhere else, sorry, man, I'm not shipping this baby out of the United States. So you have to live in the United States, and I'll send you a daggum t-shirt, dude. But I'm excited. I'm really stoked about the synthesizer I'm getting. It's going to be neat to start a new project and to let you guys in on real-time stuff that I'm doing here. And so I'm going to be able to get some good feedback from y'all, as well as, put it on my computer, do some mixing with it and whatever, and be able to put out another daggum album, man. So thank you guys for joining tonight. Let me know what you're using in the studio. Give me a thumbs up, share and like if you dig it, man. And also, I wanted to say this before I let you go, man. We got an Audio Master Midnight Special show, and it's been doing good, man. Everybody likes, I'm a late person, man. I'm not an early person. I'm a late guy, man. I hang out all night in the studio. So that's when I get inspired, is when everything quietens down and I got the place to myself. You know what I mean? So I thought, well, man, I'm sitting here. It's midnight. Why don't I do a midnight special show with you guys? Let you in on what's going on in the world and whatnot at midnight. And you wouldn't believe the people that's been popping in at midnight. They like it, man. So I'm not the only night owl out there, man. There's other people that like to stay up late too, man. So that's good to know, right? So anyway, we're doing that on Saturday night. We come in on Saturday night. We do the midnight special on Saturday night. And sometimes if I got the energy, man, I'll come in on Friday night as well and do the midnight special show too. And you don't want to miss out, man. So this is what I got to say, man. Slam that bell and that'll notify you as to when I'm on for the greatest content. You don't want to miss out on it, man. We got some great stuff, man. As always, we appreciate each and every one of you at the Audio Master Show. And let me know what you guys are using in the studio, man, as far as your synthesizer, man. And if you got any great tips to share with the Audio Master, dig it, man, and let me in on it, man. I want to know, dude. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until tomorrow, we will see you later.